Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bucks County Cabaret, the premier nightclub of Bucks County. Simply the best room in Bucks for music and entertainment, featuring the area's finest performers, great food in a supper club atmosphere, and the most eclectic variety of cabaret shows in Cabaret Town, New Hope, Pennsylvania. I'm your host, Tom Orr. Join me with Rob Bell from PANJ Radio for this week's show.
Eclectic is right.
First, we have something that we know you love.
Cinnamon was seated by a shady tree, waiting for the breeze to roll by. She had everyone down on their hands and knees, searching for a piece of her tie. Now all the lonely people, they couldn't bear with seeing her frown, and she never noticed, yeah, sure, they could stop, but they'd miss the pain of bending down. Every day is the same as tomorrow, every tomorrow is yesterday's news. That's 'cause we're always singing the same old song. I guess it's time for something new, something new. Cinnamon worked in a movie studio. That's where she fell in love with Joe. How it happened, I don't know. He was a boom operator. A boom operator. They're making a sequel with the same plot as the first, only with different actors saying the lines. If there's anything I've learned, he says, is that only the weak survive. Every day is the same as tomorrow. Every tomorrow is yesterday's news. That's 'cause we're always singing the same old song. I guess it's time for something new, yeah. Joe left Cinnamon later that month because he couldn't pick her out in the crowd. He couldn't find her latte and see a frappuccino, so we left her there to figure it out. Go on now, Joe, walk out the door, don't turn around now, 'cause you'll only cry. You got to pull out on that high road and get yourself to Kinko's and buy a box to think outside. Every day is the same as tomorrow. Every tomorrow is yesterday's news. That's 'cause we're always singing the same old song. I guess it's time for something new. Something new, yeah. It was Saturday in the car, Joe was kicking his dust to the wind. With the windows down, the unfiltered air will take him wherever he's never been. All he had was a tune in his head, but not knowing how to make it his. And as he drives into the sunset, every single station sings to him how ironic it is. Every day is the same as tomorrow. Every tomorrow is yesterday's news. That's 'cause we're always singing the same old song. I guess it's time for something new. Every day is the same as tomorrow, and every tomorrow is yesterday's news. That's 'cause we're always singing the same old song. I guess it's time for something. I guess it's time for something new.
Wow, and that is the title track from Avi Wisnia's album, Something New, which I've heard it many times now, and I still get wowed by
That is rocking, man.
by this album.
Wow.
And Avi,
really beautifully recorded, too.
And Avi rocked the house here in the studio at...
He did. Thursday Network's Lambertville, he was here. and it was great. It was great. It was a great way to top off the evening.
It was a great event. They had food by Bitter Bob's, and we had what was the?
We had dessert by Simply Shay, who's our new dessert sponsor.
Amazing,
out of Norristown. She's very talented.
The bourbon cupcakes,
of course. Probably. The phone's ringing.
The phone's ringing. Who's on the phone?
Okay, see if I caught it in time.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, is this Suzy?
It is, yes. Hi.
Hi, Suzy. This is Tom Moore, and this is the first time I've spoken with you, and it's live on the air while we're recording right now in the PANJ studios.
Hi, Suzy. I'm Rob.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. We've been playing your music on our show the last couple episodes, and we're looking forward to talking to you. And let me just explain to everyone that Suzy will be appearing at the Bucks County Cabaret this coming Friday, September 16th. She hails from Bonnie, Scotland in the UK and has been singing the songs of Patsy Cline since she was 6 years old. First introduced to Patsy's music by her mother, Suzy has gone on to become Britain's ultimate Patsy Cline tribute artist, and now I understand you've been touring. You've been in Tennessee. Where else have you been?
I was up at the Troubadour Saturday and Sunday, and in Berkeley Springs State Park with the veterans. Wherever. Right now, I'm actually sitting at Patsy Cline's historic house.
Yes, we saw the picture of you with Patsy Cline.
How cool is that?
Very,
I know.
Very cool.
Does that help you channel Patsy Cline?
Oh, sure, yep. We've just been singing up at the piano.
And this first time I've spoken with you, I do notice that Bonnie
strong accent,
Scottish brogue.
Yeah, which disappears when you sing. How do you do that?
I've no idea. It just happened.
So tell us a little bit about like the first time you heard Patsy and what kind of music you listened to when you were young. It's very interesting to think that you became a country music fan up there in Glasgow. Is that where you're from?
Yes, from Glasgow. And just always listened to, my mother played Patsy's songs, so I used to listen to Patsy at a young age when my mother was playing her. And then when I became a fan, around 10, I would go out and find my own cassette tapes and what other kind of music did I listen to? That was really it, I think, just constant Patsy stuff.
That's all you listened
to? All my friends were listening to dance music, and I was trying to introduce them to Patsy's songs.
So name some of the groups, like the UK groups you'd listened to.
Oh, Ross, maybe about 12 years old or something. Madonna, UK groups, that kind of thing. But no, for me it was the country.
The country. And when did you put together the act and decide that you wanted to do this?
Well, I've always sang the songs, but it was only maybe about 4 years ago I started doing the tribute to Patsy. People were telling me how much I sounded like her, so this has become a big thing in the UK, doing tributes to people. And I just got the outfits and became a tribute to Patsy.
And we want to play a little bit of you singing right here.
Okay.
So we're going to play this and take a break, and we'll be back with Suzy G. And Suzy, do you prefer Suzy G or Suzy Graham?
Suzy G.
Suzy G. Okay.
And she's going to stay on the line, right?
Yeah. You stay on the line. We're going to play your song, and we'll talk while the song plays, and then we'll be back with Suzy G.
You think you love me, but when I get through with you, you won't ever look at you again. I'm gonna be so good to you. I'm gonna love you my whole life through. Pretty soon you'll feel the same. You won't even know her name. I'll give you kisses that she can be. I'll treat you nice and sweet. When I get through with you, you love me too. Not true. When I get through with you, you love me too. gonna treat you so sweet and kind. I'll drop her right out of your mind, and you won't know her if you mean walk about her on the street. Because I want you, I need you, Suzy will have to go. When I get through with you, you love me too, not so. When I get through with you, you love me too. I'm gonna treat you so sweet and kind. I'll drop her right out of your mind, and you won't know her if you mean walk right by her on the street. Because I want you, I need you, Suzy will have to go. When I get through with you, you love me too, not so. When I get through with you, you love me too, not so. When I get through with you, you love me too, not so. When I get through.
You still there, Suzy?
Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
Suzy. That was starting over again. Wasn't that great, Rob?
That's incredible. That what do you call that? The falsetto with your voice? That's amazing.
It's that yodeling. It's the twang. That's
Well, yeah, that's what Patsy did.
that's what makes Patsy. So, how have you been treated since you've come over to the States?
Oh, wonderful, fantastic. The nicest people I've ever met. Yeah, very great.
And where? Name some of the places you've appeared, because I know you were a famous place recently, weren't you? The Troubadour.
In the Troubadour, yeah. Saturday and Sunday. Stayed with Jim and Bertha. So obviously they treated us wonderful.
Very nice.
So yeah, it's just been great.
Very nice, and we're looking forward to giving you a Bucks County welcome on Friday.
Suzy, I have to ask you about the yodeling. Is that something that you practiced? Is that something you could do when you were a child, or how did that happen? Because I have no idea how to do that personally.
I have no idea. I just sing the songs, and that's what comes out.
So that just came to you naturally.
That's natural. So the next question was, Suzy, what do you have in plan for the Bucks County Cabaret? And I think you're going to find it's a little bit different than the bars and the nightclubs, perhaps, that you've been singing at. This is a place that's a separate club where we're going to be right down there in front of you, just listening to your every nuance.
Right, people actually listen, right?
Yeah,
They don't talk.
Yes, they're here to see you, and we'll get a nice video of you that night, I'm sure too. So, what do you have in plan for us?
What I have planned for you?
Yeah,
I've got a show for you.
I got a show, all right. And I assume it involves Patsy Cline. well, we're really looking forward to it.
You know, a lot of Patsy Cline songs were kind of sad. Do you sing the sad ones? Because that was a very up song that we just featured.
The sad ones and the fast ones.
Oh, we do have a little of her most famous song that we took from one of your performances. We're going to play for you, for everyone, in a little bit. So, where are you now? Are you on your way, or are you still in...
No, I'm still at the Patsy Cline Historic House.
Oh, nice.
Where is that exactly?
It's in Winchester, Virginia.
Ah, Winchester, Virginia. I've been there. Beautiful.
I actually think I've been through there too.
Yeah.
And we will be seeing you soon. So as we play you out, thank you, Suzy, for joining us on the show. And we have another track here from Suzy, and I'm sure you'll recognize these songs.
Thanks a lot, Suzy.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Crazy
G and her Patsy Cline tribute. They will be at the Bucks County Cabaret.
Nothing crazy about that. She is fantastic.
Yeah, this is going to be a good show. Next Friday, the 16th. And the owner of Heartshake Records, Terry Sharp of San Antonio, Texas, says when she first heard her sing, when this lass opens her mouth to sing, Patsy Cline lives.
It's unbelievable. She's totally channeling Patsy Cline.
So, yeah. So
It's phenomenal. It sounds like Patsy Cline.
So come out and see her next Friday. We're going to have more from Avi Wisnia in the second half of the show. Actually, a live performance he did here at the studio. But first, we want to play you a little bit more from Molasses Creek, who will be appearing in 2 weeks. Molasses Creek from Garrison Keillor's Prairie Home Companion. And Rob, you've heard them a couple times now.
Oh, they're great.
This is the show not to miss. The instrumentality, the humor, the singing, the harmonies. It's a complete experience. So here's a little bit from Molasses Creek.
We're Molasses Creek from Ocracoke Island.
This is an old song called Nevertheless.
2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Do-ba-do-da-do-da. Maybe I'll win, and maybe I'll lose. Maybe I'm in for crying the blues. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Somehow I know at a glance the terrible chances I'm taking. Fine at the start, then laugh with a heart that is breaking. Do-ba-do-da-do-da. Maybe I'll live a life of regret. Maybe I'll give more than I'll get. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. The terrible chances I'm taking. Fine at the start, then laugh with a heart that is breaking. Do-ba-do-da-do-da. Maybe I'll live a life of regret. Maybe I'll give more than I'll get. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Nevertheless, I'm in love with you.
And that is Molasses Creek, 23rd and 24th at the Bucks County Cabaret at the Rodeway Inn Suites in New Hope, Pennsylvania, www.buckscountycabaret. We have a lot of great stuff coming up. And we just wanted to mention
they have mad skills, those guys.
Oh, they're incredible. This is the show that we're really looking forward to. Well, we look forward to all of our shows, but Molasses Creek, 23rd and 24th. Rob, we have a secret word again.
I know, and I think I know what it is.
What is the word, Rob?
Yodel-lady.
It's yodel. We didn't quite figure out how we yodel. But it's amazing that Suzy can. So.
No, I can't do that.
No.
I can't even whistle, so.
Me neither. So next Friday, you want to come see Suzy G. When you call us up on the phone or email us, just mention yodel.
Do you have to go yodel-lady?
Yeah,
or just yodel?
And
good enough.
You'll get a ticket. you get your tickets for half.
Yeah, you buy one, get one free.
Buy
Is that how it
one,
works?
buy one, get one free.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. And isn't there also a discount for staying overnight?
There is a discount.
If you mention that you're coming to the show?
If you can't come to the show, we give you a little voucher. And if you're staying at the Rodeway Inn, you get 20% off your room.
And the prices are reasonable anyway.
Yes, beautiful Rodeway Inn.
And that way, you can have a couple of cocktails at the bar. You don't have to rush home.
You could sit at the pool if you want to get a pool pass. Lots of great things you can do there.
I guess it is still warm enough. The pool's still open after Labor Day?
Well, it's about 100 degrees out there, Rob. I don't know if you've been
I know,
out there
but pools
today.
close on Labor Day sometimes.
No, they're still open, I do believe.
Okay, very nice.
So,
what's the number? Do you have the number to call for the tickets, Sonia?
The call for the ticket number is 609-510-7784.
Perfect. That makes it easy for the listener.
And that is correct. And just go to our website, www.buckscountycabaret.com, and see all our shows and get the podcasts of our previous shows on PANJ Radio, including the one we just posted today with the great interview we did with Bob Egan on the history of cabaret in New Hope. So we have a lot coming up on the second half of the show, a live performance from Avi Wisnia. So come right back, the Bucks County Cabaret Show. I'm here with Rob Bell. I'm your host, Tom Orr. See you in a couple minutes.
Hey, it's Laura Mangone from Food for Thought. Would you like us to talk about your recipes on the air? Send them to laura@chamberswalk.com and we can talk about them, give you our points of view, maybe even share some improvements. Join us, Food for Thought.
Your business only gets one chance to make a first impression. That's why Green Birdie Productions offers free re-edits on every high-definition video we create. Our Emmy Award-winning staff and green screen special effects studio guarantee the quality we strive for. It's no wonder most of our business comes from referrals. Green Birdie Productions. Compelling video. Competitive price.
Hi, you're listening to Joey Novick, and I am the host of Punchlines and Politics. We air live every Monday, 7 p.m. right here on WPANJradio.com, and that show repeats at 6 each day. And we have some of the best people from politics and some of the most fantastically funny comedians in New Jersey. So please listen to me, come in the studio, and enjoy the show. Joey Novick, Punchlines and Politics.
Hey, this is Jack Furlong, host of The Strike Zone on PANJ Radio, the sports talk show, live on Monday at 12 o'clock, where we talk about local and national sports-related topics. We take your phone calls in the last half hour, trying to get your opinion about some controversial things that goes on in the world of sports. Here's a quick clip from the inaugural show that aired on Monday. I understand Kaepernick's frustration, but I also think that he's an athlete with monetary resources at his disposal. He doesn't need to make the statement like this that's going to upset so many people. If he wants to start the conversation, do it. We should start the conversation. But there's ways to do that without being so controversial. You have the money, and he's shown that too, to say I'm donating money and time to these charities.
But that was after the fact.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, if I'm looking at this, Colin Kaepernick, one, is he really the messenger for this message?
He is, and what is he, a backup quarterback?
That's what I'm saying, that has no history of, activism.
Right.
At any kind of level.
Right.
So why is he now elevated because he sat down for the national anthem? Now he's the spokesperson for a movement. I find that hard to swallow, personally.
Check out the archive page if you missed it for an instant replay at PANJradio.com. We'll see you Monday on The Strike Zone.
Hi, we're back with the second half of the Bucks County Cabaret Show. I'm back with Rob Bell from PANJ Radio.
I'm here.
And I am Tom Orr, the host at the Bucks County Cabaret. If you've never been out there, it's at the Rodeway Inn Suites in New Hope, Pennsylvania, and it's the nicest room in Bucks County for music and entertainment.
It's right past the Giant on 202.
That's correct. You go down
heading towards Doylestown.
Down the hill, there's a Giant. You go up the hill again, and there we are. There's a big neon sign outside advertising our latest acts. Coming up this week, we already talked about Suzy G and her Patsy Cline tribute in our first half of the show. She'll be here this Friday, the 16th. And returning for his fourth show, I believe, with us is Avi Wisnia. He's our artist in residence, an amazing singer-songwriter from Bucks County originally, and now lives in Philly, and he's been all over the world. We played something from his latest CD earlier in the show, and right now we're going to play a live interview we did Thursday at the Lambertville...
Thursday, October 8th, yep.
At the Lambertville Networking, is that what it's
Network
called?
Lambertville.com.
Yes, and we a lot of people here. It was a great event, and we recorded these two songs with Avi live. I'm there with my wife, Jennifer, who is the co-host at the Bucks County Cabaret, and we interview him afterwards. So here it is from Thursday night. We're here with Avi Wisnia, who is going to be with us next Saturday night at the Bucks County Cabaret. Avi Wisnia represents the best in pop-oriented singer-songwriter genre, a great voice and exciting stage presence, and great songs finding inspiration in classic Brazilian bossa nova, acoustic American folk, 1950s West Coast jazz, and contemporary pop. He plays the piano like he was born to it. This is written by Mike Agranoff, who just appeared at the Philly Folk Festival with Avi. Also, Helen Light of WXPN says, Philly area native Avi Wisnia plays his own compositions reminiscent of Brazilian bossa nova. And in his soothing vocals and poetic lyrics, you've got something you've never heard before. Jennifer, you want to tell us about his previous appearances at the Bucks County Cabaret?
Yes, I'd be glad to. We have been very privileged to have Avi make several appearances at the Cabaret since we opened back in March. His first appearance was in March. It was a solo show. And since then, pretty much every month after that, he brings something different to us, a different show every time. Includes guest stars, new arrangements, so forth. Some of those, just to mention, back in April, he introduced us to a good friend of his, Denise Reese, a Brazilian fine singer and musician. She actually wound up doing her own show at the Cabaret a couple months later. And back in May, we had a couple of wonderful musicians that Avi brought to us during that show. Ken Pendergrass, who played bass, and Jody Kelly on the violin. And I can tell you, they added such a wonderful touch to Avi's incredible music. So we have been so blessed to have him as part of our cabaret.
Thank you, Jennifer. So without further ado, we're going to have Avi on, and this is being recorded live for our show on PANJ that will be airing tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We hope you can all tune in. It airs every night at 9 o'clock. So here he is, Avi Wisnia.
It takes all my effort just to open up that door in the morning. Even as I'm leaving, I have visions of the moment when I come walking back in. Waiting in the rain on the railroad platform with 100 other me's. Picturing myself across the tracks when I'll come back eventually. Hey, You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I wanna come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. Life doesn't give you reasons for the way it never turns out how you plan. Even when you reach the summit of the highest peak, the ground can shift to where you stand. After all these years in a fine career, I thought this is where I'd wanna be. But the ground at my feet swirls around and I see I ain't doing this for me. Hey, you're the only one I wanna come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I wanna come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. Everybody pretends, but we know not what we do. Everybody pretends, but we know not what we do. And when you learn to speak, I know your first words will be, where were you? But you're the only one I wanna come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I wanna come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. You're the only one I wanna come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I wanna come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. You're the only one I wanna come home to. You're the one I'm running to see. You're the only one I wanna come home to. Your little hands reaching out for me. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to play one more for you before I bring the oars back up, and we'll have a little chat about my show coming up on Saturday. On Saturday at the Bucks County Cabaret, and I grew up in Bucks County, so it's so nice to come back and to perform here, be a part of the community here, and to be a part of a brand new and wonderful venue like the Cabaret. So I'm going to do a song that's a little more cabaret in style. I tend to jump around from genre to genre. So this one is called Rabbit Hole. Someday this will be funny. We'll look back and laugh how we humped just like bunnies. Now look at the problems we had. Yes, we dug ourselves silly as we made our way through. Well, it looks like I'm stuck in this rabbit hole with you. How did we end up here? I thought we were fine. Turns out you've got some issues you can't deal with mine. See, I hate the words you feed me. You hate how loud I I chew. Well, it looks like I'm stuck in this rabbit hole with you. Oh, 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 yeah. I'm throwing my towel, we don't see the same way. But underground dwellings aren't selling well these days. Yes, we dug ourselves silly with mud on each shoe. Well, it looks like I'm stuck in this rabbit hole with you. Yeah, there's a rabbit hole with you. You know, it's a good thing we're in here. It's starting to pour, and I'll show you my worries if you show me yours. Yes, we're in these close quarters, but somehow we'll make do. Well, it looks like I'm stuck in this rabbit hole with you. So where do you think I'm going? I'll give you one clue. I'm going to bring the rest of my things, yeah, back to this rabbit hole with you, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you, guys.
Use that one? Okay. That was Avi Wisnia. We just want to ask you a couple questions before we let you go, Avi. I know that you come from a musical family, and I just was wondering what you would say what sparked your first interest in music, and what age?
Well, in my family, there are a few stories floating around about when I started. My mom would say that, as young as 2 or 3, she would spy me, like, stumbling over to the piano and just fooling around on the keys and kind of improvising. So I think I was always drawn to melody and making music at a young age. I used to grab chopsticks anytime we had Chinese food and just like bang on things all over the house, which I don't think they were too happy about, but I don't remember breaking anything, but I probably did.
And what was your musical training besides your obvious family talent?
Well, I started playing music classically at 5 years old, started playing piano, and that was because my older brother and older sister did, and I had to do everything they did because I was the youngest. And I stuck with it, and actually, even though I got into more bossa nova and jazz and Americana and pop music, that classical foundation really helped give me a language to talk about making music, and also gave me the music in my fingers and the mode and the method to work around the keyboard.
Well, Avi, you're a popular guy. Bucks County, you've been all over. You traveled the world, all over the area. Most recently, you weren't with us during the summer because you had a big summer tour out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Most recently, you were at the Philadelphia Folk Festival, Grounds for Sculpture out in Washington, D.C. what makes Bucks County Cabaret to you, with the experiences you've had with us compared to where you've been all over? What makes the difference to our place that makes it special for you?
Sure. I have traveled a lot and played a lot of different places, some of them better smelling than others. Bucks County Cabaret is definitely one of the better smelling ones. I can tell you that right off the bat.
See, that would a great
nice
recommendation.
Yeah, that's a good plug.
Quote that and put it in a commercial. Free of charge. But I will definitely say that, I love the cabaret atmosphere, and it's kind of rare nowadays to go to some place where you can actually sit down. Like, chairs are hard to come by in music venues these days. Mm-hmm. And also, especially for the kind of music I play, I love having a listening room feel that caters to the audience to give them the best experience of the music that they're about to hear.
Right.
And the Bucks County Cabaret, when I first got there, really, the quality of the sound is there. It's a beautiful piano. And even that you don't get very many places.
That's
so to
true.
have a place where you sit down and have a real classy dining experience, and you get that and a show, and where people come for the entertainment and to be entertained. And without the distraction of TVs and phones and all those other things, you're really creating a moment with the audience, and it provides a great atmosphere for that.
And Avi has created a lot of special moments for us since we've opened up, and we're really looking forward to this Saturday, September 17th. That's 8 o'clock at the Bucks County Cabaret. Avi Wisnia, and whatever surprises he's bringing this time. There's always something. And we've been looking forward to this for a while, Avi. And it's going to be great to have you back.
We've missed you.
We missed you.
The feeling is mutual. I'm excited to be back. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Avi. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
So that was a terrific interview with Avi Wisnia. Avi will be back.
It was a real pleasure to meet him. He's a youngster.
He is young. He's a gentleman. He is
very talented.
Extremely talented. One of the nicest guys I know. And he puts on a different show every time he comes into the cabaret. So if you've seen him at the cabaret already, expect more great things that you haven't seen before.
You say he's a bossa nova expert?
He has been to Brazil. He's an expert on the bossa nova, and he incorporates it into his songwriting in such an interesting way. His styling, his lyrics, his voice all just contribute to his own sound, and you'll be hearing a lot about Avi Wisnia in the future, I am sure. We're going to play one more song from his album. This is one of my favorites, Sky Blue Sky.
To sea, the sun is setting fast behind us. Silver shades and beer, just like a movie star. Side to side, you play your cavaquinho. Sky blue sky, blue sky, sky blue sky, blue sky, sky blue sky, blue sky, sky blue sky, blue sky. Everyone we know has come to meet us here. All the world behind us, throwing arms around, sweating Sky, blue sky, blue sky. Sky, blue sky, blue sky. Slowing down the tide, breathing deep the air. The sun is rising fast behind us. Your voice comes in waves, gentle on the breeze. Worlds collide. You play your cavaquinho. Sky, blue sky, blue sky. 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 Hey, don't
So, Rob, what do you think of that bossa nova influence there?
I feel like I'm on the beach in Rio.
I know. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I feel like I'm actually in the water.
Uh-huh.
With all of those bubbly water sounds.
So, Avi Wisnia back on our stage at the Bucks County Cabaret this Saturday, the 17th.
You said he writes the stuff, too?
Oh, he's a songwriter of a great... he's very prolific, actually, and his songs are all... they're just as wonderful as that one. I mean, I haven't heard a bad one that he's played. And he does covers of other artists sometimes, too. He can play just about anything in his own unique style.
And there was a melodica in that song?
A melodica, yeah.
Which is that weird thing with when you blow through a pipe?
Right, and has a little keyboard on the end, right? You saw that a lot in 70s. Rock bands used them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so bossa nova is our secret word for Avi Wisnia.
Bossa nova.
Bossa nova. So if you're calling up and you heard the show and you want tickets for Avi's show next Saturday, just mention the word bossa nova and you get half price tickets.
That's right. And what's the phone number to call?
609-510-7784, buckscountycabaret.com.
And for the Patsy Cline, it's Yodel, like the snack treats that I used to eat in high school.
So we have some other things coming up we just want to mention in our last few minutes here. We have Joey Novick, who's another host here at PANJ Radio, performing his own show on October 1st. Great comedian with his one-man show.
He is so funny.
And after that, we have our review, Halloweening at the Moon, where we will sing songs Howling at the Moon, The Fall, and Halloween. We got some great singers there for that show. Phyllis Chappelle, great jazz singer, instrumentalist. We've heard her a couple times here. She's wonderful. That's October 8th. October 14th, Everything Turned to Color. Gorgeous harmonies, folk jazz group. Patsy Stevens and the Hall Brothers. Authentic classic country. You can see, Rob, that we have just about every kind of music you can think of here.
Do you guys sell season tickets? Just buy a ticket to everything?
We want you to come out to everything. We have Barbara Wycamp coming, who impersonates male and female celebrities. This is a deceased celebrities for her Halloween show. We have Rupert Waits, London-based singer-songwriter. We have a Cole Porter review. We have Jeffrey Fulmer doing his rock music. We have Rock Wilson, the great comedian, with his Funny Man show November 12th. We are announcing for December Kevin Gray performing with the trio Jazz 87. I hope I remembered the right name. But he's doing with his, actually it's a quartet. Kevin Gray is doing a salute to Frank Sinatra, saluting his 101st
Old Blue Eyes
birthday, and that is in December. We have so many things coming up at the Bucks County Cabaret. There's got to be something for everything, including It's a Fruitcake, our Christmas show starring my friend Meagan Hill and yours truly, Tom Orr. I get up and I don't act like a fruitcake, but we sing about fruitcake and other silly things about the holiday season. That's on December 23rd. So bring the family out for that one.
Christmas Eve.
And we will, right. And we will sing you the song about Frosty the Beer Mug. So that's what's coming up at the Bucks County Cabaret. It's been another great show, Rob.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show. It was really great to talk to Suzy.
Suzy was great.
And Yodel.
Yodel for Suzy. And Avi, which of course is...
Avi I met at the Network Lambertville, and he was a delight to meet.
And that's Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova for those half-price tickets.
Those are the secret words. And coming up on our next show next week, we have a whole show, or most of the show, devoted to Molasses Creek with Fiddler Dave on the phone with us.
Fantastic.
Watch their videos and watch him play the fiddle. You have never seen anything like it. The harmonies, everything else. This is going to be a great...
The fiddle actually smokes while he's playing. That's how good he is.
Yes, he is. And we're going to have him live next week with lots of music from Molasses Creek. So thanks for joining us for another edition of the Bucks County Cabaret Show. This is Tom Orr, your host, signing off with Rob Bell from PANJ Radio. Join us next week.